Hi everyone, this is daveac and this is my vblog 175 for Friday the 25th of November 2011. A Black Friday but a bright future where wine will feature, all in around 15 minutes. And yes, the evidence is in. I know you're thinking, why, that's a young man there doing these vlogs. But there's the evidence. Ghastly, isn't it? Yes, turned 75. What's that one? Oh yes, from a daughter. Save water, drink wine. Thank you, family members and friends, for their cards. Thank you, those people who are on Facebook who are my friends. Got well over 100 birthday wishes on Facebook. So thank you to the people that bothered to do that. And unfortunately, I've been so busy enjoying myself. Been out for a meal. Two meals. So I went out, one with my daughter, one with a friend last night, and then to the pub. And I'm going for a meal tomorrow. My brother-in-law's treating me to a meal out. Bought me a lovely battery charger for the car. I'm not really showing that on the tech because it doesn't really go with internet stuff. But he's bought me this battery charger for boosting the battery in my car. So thank you, Gary, for that. And my son, I'll mention it now, got me this box set of Mannequin Mania, Doctor Who. I'll be mentioning that a little bit more in a moment. So all in all, I've had a nice week, but not done a lot of preparation for this. Yes, I do. I normally do, but I haven't this week. So let's get on with the news, some tech news and so on, and then we'll bring it to a close well within the 15 minutes, I hope, today. Well, there's no new Podshock out this week, but there should be soon, because on Sunday we had our second Podshock, the second live meetup, the our fall meetup, and this was in the Doctor Who Experience and Katrina, and they had a Doctor Who panel. The panel was talking about this new announcement that in the next 2 or 3 years there's likely to be a new Doctor Who movie. So Lewis set the topic for the panel as, Doctor Who, the movie, what did we think of it? And I was one of the panellists, and hopefully, although Lewis had some technical issues with the sound, hopefully he can put together a podcast, and that will be up on the feed soon. And I've got a feeling that will be podcast number 261 when it comes out. Cult and Collective, of course, have been busy, but we did a little bit of a switch around with our schedules. We moved the topic we were going to have on the 20th, and I'll mention that in a moment, that we'll be doing this Sunday. But we, on the 20th of November, remember, on Torture ID 54821 at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we did Doctor Who on the big screen, talking about the movies from the 60s, the Paul McGann movie in the 90s, and what the implications were and what we hoped or had fears about for any new movie. Went about 2 hours. That's up on the feeds now, up on the Cult Collective MyFace page, cultdom.com, of course, and iTunes. Also on Wednesday, we put up another of our commentaries. We're in the process of going through Life on Mars, Series 1, the UK edition, and to that end, Episode 6, the commentary, went up on Wednesday. Hope you'll give that a listen as well. Now, this coming Sunday at 2 p.m, we're going to be doing the rolled over topic, and that is invasion. Stories about Earth being invaded. We may do a bit about alien abductions as well, but it's basically invasions where Earth is under threat from alien invasions. So hope you will join us for that. If you can't join us, hopefully you'll listen and enjoy it after the event. So that's that news. Okay, one more Doctor Who news, and that is, of course, there's been the first trailer gone out for the Christmas special. The title of the Christmas special has now been announced, so it's not a spoiler, and the title is The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. But be careful if you go looking online for it, because it does reveal some of the guest stars that will be on the show. If you don't want to know what those are, then just don't go hunting. You might be upset. So I'm going to just mention these two things, and then we're going to do some little bit of tech news, and then we're going to get to the wine. As I say, I've been so busy, so I have got a new book but I haven't read enough of it to actually start talking about it this week. But that's Arthur C. Clarke, Earthlight. This is, of course, a reread for me. This came out, when did it come out? First published in 1955, so quite some time ago, and I've certainly read it more than once. I don't even think that's my original copy of it. So I will be talking about that in a couple of weeks. And also this box set, as I say, I got from my son. We've got 2 stories there. Of course, the Third Doctor, John Pertwee, Spearhead from Space, and then Terror of the Autons. So I'll be talking a little bit about Spearhead from Space over the next couple of podcasts, and maybe showing some very short promotional clips of the story itself. And then we'll go on to the Terror of the Autons, hopefully before Christmas, but if not, after that. Now, I just want to mention a few techie things, and this is going to be a mixed bag, because, of course, I mentioned at the beginning, the intro, Black Friday. Of course, in America at the moment, it's Black Friday, the biggest retail sales day, where they reckon half of the American population goes to shop. It's called Black Friday because it's the day when all the shop companies hope to go out from the red into the black. 35 to 40% of all American retail consumerism goes on in November and December, so it really sets the tone for how people are spending. Apparently 60% of the American economy is built on sales at the shop. Consumer spending is 60% of the American machine, and they reckon that over 180 million Americans will go to the shops. I've gone to the shops today. Here in the UK, just some little bits of signs of things like that. I noticed when I went to the supermarket this week, my local supermarket at Tesco, they're getting ready to start selling Apple iPads 2. Apple iPad 2s. Now, usually, of course, you have to go to an Apple store or one of the big phone operators like O2, or do it online. So, for them to do it, they've only just recently, a week or 2 ago, started selling the Amazon e-reader, e-book reader, but now they're going to start selling iPad 2s. Thought that was rather interesting. Okay, a couple of techie things. One of the things I'm interested in, of course, is that NASA is getting ready to launch that Mars rover, Curiosity. Hopefully that will be launching very soon. I'm going to check the date. Tomorrow it should be launching at 2 minutes past 10 local time. That's in the UK. 2 minutes past 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. And this is an enormous big machine, the size of a car, that's going to go onto to Mars. Brilliant thing. And it's got a plutonium battery on it, so it should be able to operate for about 10 years. Really excited about that. In fact, the other tech news almost seems hardly worth mentioning after that. iTunes has had an update. And I've got some more information that I might just skip, but just to say that if you're in the UK and use FreeSat, that's the service that I use in place of Sky, because Sky costs equivalent of $80 a month if you're having a lot of the services. FreeSat is a free service. Just to say that Channel 5 is expanding its bouquet of channels. It's bringing its Channel 5 plus 1 hour. It's bringing its Channel 5 USA and its Channel 5 Star are coming to the FreeSat platform. But also another firm, the FreeSat boxes also come with internet connectivity, and not by satellite, but by that internet connectivity. A service called Box Office 365 is launching on FreeSat. That's tv.com, tv.bibc.com/FreeSat_beta. And this is a $4.99 per month service. Remember, it's not coming through the satellite, it's coming through the internet connection, assuming you've connected your FreeSat box up to the internet. And the actual technical side of that is being provided by Picturebox, and the URL for that is www.picturebox.tv. Now, I have rushed through that a little bit, I realise, because there's a couple of other things I just wanted to mention. I want to talk about the wine. But before I mention it, I should just say that although some bought me the box set, got a lovely bottle of wine off my daughter, got a lovely battery charger for my car from my brother-in-law Gary, but that's great. On my Big and Fruity wine podcast, I tasted the wine that my daughter bought me, and it was this one. Greenstone Shiraz, Heathcote in Victoria in Australia, 2007. And I want to draw your attention to this, where it says a Shiraz which has fine tannins and lively acidity that gives the wine good length and balance. Now, I've never seen that. I've tasted that in a Shiraz before. But strangely, the wine I got for tonight, and it's this one, it's My What Ridge. It's from Lodi area of California, 2010. So again, this is from not from Australia. This is from California, Shiraz. This is normally £10. That's $16. It was reduced to half price. That's £5. That's $8. I found the very same thing. Let me just have a little refresh taste. This a bit drunk out of it because I'm doing this at gone 10:30 in the evening, so I had a glass of that with my evening meal. But we've got plenty of dark fruit with a little bit of cherry as well in the background. And let's have a taste. And yes, as well as the nice tannins, the lovely dark fruit, we've got this almost a slight fizz on your tongue, this slight acidity. It's almost as though they put a splash of a white wine into the wine to give it this other dimension. I'm not totally convinced it's how I like my Shirazes, but the thing that I find extraordinary is that Shiraz is my favourite varietal, alongside Cabernet Sauvignon and Zinfandel. Those are the top three. So I must have drunk hundreds of bottles of Shiraz, and then 2 bottles on the run, I get them with this other element in it. With the Greenstone one, it's to do with the green stones. There's what does it say? It says the unique deep red soil contains copper-infused rock known as greenstone, and it says that gives a slight minerality. I don't know what it does with the Lodi one, but they are very similar ones. This wine was £21, so that's a $30-odd wine. This one was should be £10, but was discounted to $8, so only a third of the price. But they are very, very similar in taste. And I'm just going to have one little more sip. And I think on balance, I think I preferred it without that slight. It's like when a piano is playing a sonata and they just mishit one key. They hit a sharp key, is a flat key instead of a sharp, and it just slams a slightly odd note. So a reserved, certainly this one at this price is good value. The Greenstone one I probably think is a little overpriced. Okay, well that's it for the birthday boy this week. Hopefully more content, definitely Doctor Who next week, and I hope those people in America have had a great Black Friday, bought some really good bargains. And with that, I'll end this vlog. Catch you all next time. Bye bye.